Thank you, Justin. This Saturday marks a very important anniversary for our nation. We mentioned this yesterday. It was the first time Americans declared independence, a cause worth fighting for, also known as the Fincastle resolutions. And here to tell us all about this event to mark this occasion is Executive Director of VA 250, Cheryl Wilson. Welcome to Here at Home, Cheryl.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I remember reading this story yesterday that this was coming. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I've ever heard an in-depth explanation of what this day necessarily means. So Cheryl, that's why we brought you in. Go ahead and tell us more about why this day is so important in our history.
Yeah, and that's what's so interesting about something like the 250th commemoration, which is also called the semi-quincentennial. You learn so much more about the things that are right here in the area that led to independence. So January 20th, 1775, 250 years ago, a group of 15 frontiersmen here in Southwest Virginia, about 78 miles away in what was known as the lead mines at the time, first time colonists ever said, yes, we want independence from Britain, and it's a cause worth dying for.
Wow.
Now, prior to that time, there had been tea parties and protests. And 2 months later, Patrick Henry made that sentiment quite famous when he said, give me liberty or give me death. But it didn't happen with Patrick Henry. It started 2 months before, right here in Southwest Virginia.
Wow, okay. And listen, you're looking at some photos here. I believe this is from the museum. Is that right, Cheryl?
Yes, a new documentary that's being filmed about the Fincastle resolutions.
Oh man, there is a lot of history in Fincastle.
So much.
If you haven't had a chance to get out and visit the area, they do so much there to really keep the history alive. So note that. But tomorrow, the Virginia American Revolution 250 Commission is holding two special events. So this is exciting to get the the public involved and with the celebration. Tell us about what's happening.
Oh, it's such an exciting day. Tomorrow, starting at 10:30 in Whitville, there will be a reenactment and a reading of the Fincastle resolutions. And just as 250 years ago, once they were signed, they were put on a horse and delivered to Williamsburg. They won't be on a horse, but they are going to be delivered to the second event, which is at 2 p.m. in Roanoke at the O. Winston Link History Museum.
Okay.
We will have a grand ceremony. The VMI Regimental Band, Richmond Symphony Roanoke Symphony Orchestra Ensemble.
RSO, they're great.
They are wonderful. And debut of the Mobile Museum. So there'll be two ceremonies to participate in.
And I gotta know, I guess in 2025 you have to have a mobile museum, right? A mobile experience. Tell us more about what this is exactly.
Right, so today we think of a mobile experience as something on our phone, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh no, Melissa, this is a big truck. It's an 18-wheeler quad expandable. It's making its debut here in Roanoke.
I love it.
At the Link Museum, and it will be open for tours following the 2 p.m. program dedicated to the students of Virginia. We'll see every middle school in Virginia.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
That's great. Educating our younger folks.
Absolutely.
So see, when you heard us say mobile, you thought maybe you got to chill on the couch and watch something. Nope, you actually got to come and see it.
That's right.
They'll come to you. I don't know.
It's got wheels. We'll go to everybody.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
So tell us about the new exhibit, or I wanted to first talk about the VA 250 Fanfare.
Oh, yes. Broadway composer David Chase, who's a celebrated Broadway composer, heard about the 250th, knew how Virginia is leading the nation, and was inspired to write a musical piece, a fanfare, specifically for VA 250, for Virginia's 250th. It debuts tomorrow. Roanoke Symphony Orchestra will be playing it, and it will be part of that 2 p.m. David Chase may even be joining us from New York for the event.
That's great.
So that's something that's specific to all Virginians.
Yeah, Cheryl, I guess for folks watching who may think, maybe I don't enjoy history, maybe it's not their cup of tea, why would you encourage folks to get on board with this and really come out and learn, experience, get educated on these things, but also celebrate something like this?
It's a great question too, because the moment of what happens 250 years ago has even more meaning to today, to what we're doing. The work of building a more perfect union is up to all of us. It didn't just happen then.
Yeah.
And it's something that's ongoing. It brings us all together, and that's why it's important.
That's good. All right, Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us here today to
Thank
educate
you.
us on this special time. Again, a salute to Southwest Virginia Fincastle Resolutions, the 250th anniversary. You can see here the date and time, the Homestead Museum, 975 Tazewell Street, and here is another more information for you as well with the O. Winston link that we talked about there happening in Roanoke. So a whole bunch of things to keep you guys entertained and educated, especially before the weather comes in.